One Page Weekly with Nick Slavik. Culture. Data plus feelings. Based on some industry data, it's believed that about 1% of the painting businesses in the U.S. create about 30% of all the revenue. These businesses are typically of the $700K revenue per year size and very much larger. Although the other 99% account for 70% of the industry's revenue generation, they only survive about 18 months or so on average. There's almost no barrier to entry in our industry and almost no licensing for our trade in the U.S. And the data is showing that the professional businesses are doing markedly better than the unprofessional businesses, especially in the last 24 months or so. I spent some of last week with a really professional Fortune 200 company. I saw the way they dressed, the way they presented themselves to others, how gracious they were with conversations, and how seriously they take their tasks. My favorite thing ever is critical feedback at the end of a job. Not the fluffy good stuff, I like the harsh stuff. I want to know how I can improve for the next one, I heard one high-ranking person say at dinner. Be honest with yourself. Does that sound like the painting industry? Are we open to critical feedback? Do we listen? Take it in? Make a list of the action items you heard? Make a plan to correct these things, then look forward to more critical feedback after the next round? I'm not trying to get spicy with our industry, but it's remarkable how consummate professionals move through their profession in comparison to some of the operators in the painting industry and others. Circle of trust? I feel safe treading on this ground with you. Why? I was a scarcity-minded, regressive, critical, not open to feedback master craftsperson and business owner once. I was the guy who thought he had secrets. I saw everyone as competition. I only noticed the bad in people and couldn't wait to pick them apart. I've since had a re-education. There's so much talk about culture in our industry, especially now. My family has a culture. So does the PCA board of directors. So does my painting business. My painting business's culture is standards and empathy. There's some pretty hard lines I won't let people cross, but the standards will be maintained with kindness and understanding. The big corporation I hung out with has a culture as well. They look you in the eye, ask you a deeply meaningful question about yourself, listen to the answer, and then care about what you say. When it's time to work, their culture is wartime serious. They are not slowed by last-minute hiccups, but lean into them as a team and find quick solutions. Culture is not, I like this human, or we get along. Culture is also not what we want it to be. If a stranger asked your employees what the culture of your company is, what would they say? Would it match what you say? Culture is the way we treat each other, and doesn't care what the poster in your lobby says or what your core values are. Yes, our industry needs some improvement in this regard, but I'll give some grace. There are not a whole bunch of large, professional, empathetic painting companies for amazing craftspeople to work for. These people then have to start their own businesses so they can craft a job for themselves. These humans have a different risk and reward and personality profile, and they are not typically the humans that would be running companies. I give them lots of credit. This is hard. It was for me. But part of being a business owner is taking ownership. Honestly, of everything. This includes the culture of your business and the culture of how you interact with the industry. So ask yourself now, what is that culture? How do you treat others in our industry? Are you the first to point out a negative? Praise for something worthy? Offer kindness. Lead with curiosity. My culture towards the industry has changed, and for the better, especially with the help of others. This has been One Page Weekly with Nick Slavik.